Hi everybody, it's Stacy from Quick Quotes, and we are excited to be back with you for another volume event. If you did not get the craft along, we were able to make a few more, so check out our website. But we are going to have a fun craft along. This is what we are doing today, our double page layout. Plus in the bundle you get an extra sheet of quotes, a small sheet of quotes, and you also get 2 inks in there as well. So that bundle was sold out. We're gonna do the craft along today, but we were able to add a few more. So check that out. It's actually in our sale category, which we added all kinds of stuff just for this weekend into our sale category. So make sure that you check that out. That's the big deal. There's so many deals that we couldn't give you just one. Check out the sale category for all of the kits. So I'm going to move this out of the way, and one thing I want to tell you about is our online event that is coming up in November. We're over 75% sold out. It is our 3-day scrapbooking event. We do 3 in-person ones in Washington, California, and Pennsylvania, but our big online one is in November. I'm going to flip through those pages real quick because you get a ton of stuff at that event. And I know that if you're watching today, you like online events, so this one would be a fun one to join in. You order your bundle, it's $3.49, but you get so much stuff in that. You go in your bundle, you get way over $3.49 in product. We do the classes live online. You have 30 pages finished at the end of the event. We do classes all day long, live. You can watch along with us. We give you tons of extra prizes and giveaways. You get armloads of gifts from us. We do prizes throughout the weekend. We do 2 crop parties live in the evening where we do games and prizes and giveaways. This event, you also get a 12x12 album to put all these pages into. So this is a crazy fun event. Come see us in person if you can. If not, sign up for the online event. These are just some of the pages that you'll be doing at that event. These are some of the extra pages that you can order for that event as well. But you can kind of see what our style is here. We try to coordinate everything as best we can. Lots of fun new papers and projects. So that is in November. On our website, go to workshops, online events, and you can sign up for that, and we will ship them out to you. We also have tons of stuff in our sale category for you this weekend. I'm going to flip through some of those just so you know the deal. If you're not going to hang around with us for the craft along here in a minute, these are some of the stuff that you can get on our website in the sale category. They're anywhere from $6.99 to $12. Everything is marked down in there. We even have a few inks that we are having in our sale category that doesn't happen very often. So lots and lots of kits in our sale category. And if you want another craft along kit, you can also get one of those. We have month kits. There's so many, I don't even have time to go through them all, but check out our website. And we are going to get started with our craft along. Thanks for joining us today. Okay, let's get started with our craft along. First of all, I want to say thank you to everybody who purchased this bundle. It's a really fun summary bundle, easy to put together with a couple of stamping techniques. We're going to go ahead and get started. So if you ordered the bundle, you got extra stuff with it, lots of words you could add. You could make lots more pages with the quotes and stuff that are in here. You got 2 inks. Open this real quick. You got a full 12x12 sheet of quotes. You got a smaller sheet of quotes, and these aren't necessarily just ocean or beachy quotes. They're all summer kind of quotes. So if you wanted to add some to this or switch out these words or something, there's other words you can use on here. You also got 2 inks. This one has Poppy and Blue Moon. Some of them have Royal Blue, some of them have Blue Moon. Any of the blues work, so you probably have a stash at home. These were just thrown into with the bundle. You don't have to use these colors. I'm actually going to use, let's see what I have here. I have, what did I do with my Blue Moon here? Okay, I have Blue Moon, and then for my orangey color, I am actually going to use Petunia. If you want this brighter color, you can use the Poppy. I've done this sample 3 different times now, and I've used different colors every time. This time I'm going to use Blue Moon and Petunia. Totally up to you. You grab from your stash what you want to use, or you can use what came in your bundle. Okay, so to get started, what I want to show you is I punched out, because I know we have a short amount of time here, I had mine already punched out, so all of your little die cuts, go ahead and punch those out and line them up with the backers that they go on. They're pretty simple to see what goes where. Go ahead and line those up. When you are punching things out, I want to show you this right here. You want to keep it in the rectangle like this and just punch out the waves out of the middle if you can. If you end up tearing it apart, no biggie, we can still make it work. But I am going to take this out of the center. Because we are going to use this negative piece for a stencil. And again, if you've already torn it apart on accident or whatever, it's totally fine. We can make it work. Now, some people have already punched things out. This is the easiest way to use it as a stencil. Oh, and in your bundle, you also got a little dauber. This is a little tricky. They get hung up in there. There you go. So you can see this is what we're going to use for our stencil here. If you tore them apart, no biggie, we can just still line them up. And this piece right here is actually not used. I would hang on to this for another page. There's also the center of our white scrolly frame. This is kind of fun. You could use it for a sun. You can use it for another page, another beach page. So hang on to some of these if you would like to still use them. But those 2 are not being used. Okay, and the other, I gotta grab my... Forgot my glue. Okay. So the other die cuts, I'm actually using this Barely Art glue, which we have on our website. I think it's like around $9.99. I absolutely love this glue. Get it started here because I just got it open. But it's so great for some of these smaller, kind of intricate, tiny little die cuts. So once you get those lined up, you'll want to glue your die cuts together. And this Barely Art glue is what I use because it works really well on these tiny things. This Barely Art glue, it actually comes with 3 different tips. I use this one the most because it's the most precision tip. It's very skinny. And you just need a few dots here and there. You don't need a lot. This glue goes a long way. And we also have the refills for this glue, which are much bigger than this and will last a very long time. So if you end up loving this glue, you can get the refill. We also have these little caps that keep it flowing. Anyway, wonderful glue. Check it out if you don't have any. But you can go ahead and start putting together your die cuts. And if you want to, you can just sit and watch the video and then come back to it later so that you don't feel rushed. But I'll walk you through most of this, and I at least want to get to the stamping part. And these, if you want to chalk them up, you go right ahead. I actually am going to use a little bit of the petunia. Another couple colors that would be beautiful on this is maybe Mango Mai Tai. Pumpkin Pie is an orangish color. The Poppy is a little brighter than this. It's more of like a reddish orange. But feel free to chalk these up as you go. See, I just used a little bit of this and it holds it together really well. So that glue goes a long way. Once you get things pulled together, we'll just start layering it onto the page. Feel free to chalk things up as you go as well. Oops. This glue gives you a couple seconds to move things around, but not long, and then it dries permanent. Oh, I have this lined up wrong. Let's see. There we go. And totally up to you, but you can either chalk them before you put them onto the the white background, or you can wait and put it on. This one I put on, let's see, I chalked this one up after, so I just kind of go around the edges. See, this Blue Moon is kind of a bright blue, almost a navy, but there we go. Did the edges of the flower. You could also use a purple with this, so maybe like Purple Passion or Huckleberry, and you could bring out more of the purples in this. Like this is a bluish purple color. Totally up to you if you decide you want to use more purples. This layout really has lots of colors, so you choose your Powder Puff chalking ink that works for you. And chalk things up as you go. I'm going to do my edges of my dolphin here. Once I get these all chalked up, we're going to do the cutting portion of our kit. Great thing about this glue is it dries clear also, so if you get it where you can still see it, it will dry clear. Okay, I'm going to move this one out of the way, and we are going to bring in our trimmer and get started. Actually, I'm going to lay out my background paper and bring my trimmer in at the same time. Make sure that's all in the photo for you. Okay, and with the trimmer, if you have not done Quick Quotes kits before, there's always ink suggestions down here. They're only suggestions, so if you have something else that works, you grab what you like for you. At the top, there's always cutting instructions. We try to do most of the cutting for you in the die cuts and stuff, but if there is other cutting, there will be a diagram, and it'll tell you what to cut up here. So the only thing that we're really going to cut on this one is there's two 3x12s like this. We are going to cut one of the 3x12s into 3 pieces. So we'll put it into our trimmer, trim it at 4, push it down, and trim it again at 4. And we have our photo mats for this page. And you have one that's already pre-cut for you that goes on this page as well. And I believe that's really all the trimming we need to do. The only other cutting would be, I fussy cut on these. I cut them out that way, but you can use your trimmer to do these straight ones. These little circles, they actually go behind these surfboards. So they don't have to be cut out really like a very nice circle. You can just kind of go around the edge. It doesn't have to look nice. They're not going to show. So just quickly trim around those. And for each surfboard, I just flip it over, put a little glue around the sun here, and then put it onto the back of your surfboard. And that circle will fit all of them. So for each surfboard, there is one yellow circle for the sunshine. And that's really all the cutting on this one. So I'm going to move this out of the way. And I'm going to get started just layering up our page. The first thing we're going to do is the stamping part with the wave. We're going to make this wave here. So in your packet, in your bundle, you got a little teardrop dauber. We have these on our website. I think it's either 12 or 18 for like $5.99 or something like that. It's not very expensive for a whole packet of them. Where is mine? Here it is. So what I'm going to do, and actually I'm going to flip this over so that I'm not ruining the front if I mess up here. Your stencil is going to go, you can line it up right at the bottom, and it's not going to go all the way across because it stops here and here so that we could fit it onto the laser cut. But lay it down so it's flush with the bottom of the white paper. And then what we're going to do is just move our ink close so that we can start stamping with this. And with these, what I do is just I press it down and roll it a little bit. You don't have to dab. It makes little marks if you do that, which is fine. But I like the look where it just kind of rolls. And then you just move down the line. And you can do different shades. You don't have to, and if you want to save some of your ink, you don't have to re-dip your ink every single time there. I'm going to do a little lighter as we go. These little daubers just make it so easy. A lot of times we just use our powder puff chalking inks just hanging onto the back of them and doing edges and stuff like that, but I want to show you they are great for these kind of projects too. And this stamp we're actually going to use on the page. We're going to tear it apart and we're going to use the pieces for waves on our page. So we don't want to just throw away this stencil. Just kind of roll it back and forth here. And these can be used with any kind of stencils. We actually have a lot of stencils on our website right now. We have coffee stencils, we have dog stencils, we have like geometric shapes, we have floral, we have seashells and sea critters. There's lots of options on there, and you get a whole packet for really pretty inexpensive. I think all of them are under $10 for a packet of different ones in each. Some of them are, I think, only $5.99. Okay, then we are going to peel this up and you have a beautiful wave stencil that we're going to use on this first page. And this is going to go about 1/2 inch up from the bottom of your page. Actually, it's closer to like 1/4 inch, I would say. And you can choose. Okay, so we're going to cut this right like that. And then we are going to use this other part that we chalked up here on our layout. So you can choose how far up you want this. Maybe just measure it compared to where you want it from these waves. I'm going to bring it down a little bit. So it looks like the white piece is about 1/4 inch up from the bottom. And then your other waves just kind of cover it up like that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. And again, you don't need a ton of this glue, just a few dots here and there. Put this on the page. 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch on each side. And then your wave right on top of that. And I just did the bottom here because I also have on the tops of these waves, I have things that kind of tuck in there. So I didn't really glue down these pieces. Once it gets in your page protector, those will lay flat anyway. But as you can see on here, I actually have the crab tucked in there, the seashell, so you don't want to glue the tops of that. I'm going to go ahead and tuck that crab in there. I kind of lay things out so I know where I want them before I actually glue them down. So in your kit, I don't know what I did with mine, but you have 3 copper brads. One goes in the top of this. I'm going to go ahead and put a little glue on here and get these words on here. Choose whichever words you would like. Oh, I got to trim these down, I forgot. These are a little too long. So you cut about 1/2 inch off of each end. Does not have to be exact. This makes me kind of want ice cream right now. We just got a new ice cream shop in our town and it is delicious. All right, I'm going to cut that one down a little more. Okay, so once your little brad is in the top there, you can tuck this in. We have one large blue surfboard, one small, and don't forget to put your other sunshine in there. We have the smaller flower. Get that glued on. Your photo backers, you can put wherever you feel you want them on the page. Chalk them up however you would like. You can also use the dauber to ink up the sides if that's easier for you to use. I find when I do just the edges, I usually just use the ink pad, but this does give it kind of a soft look as well, so totally up to you which look you like. I have a little more control when I use just the ink pad on this kind of stuff. I just like to go in a little further around the edges here. Chalk up the edges of these. And it is okay for this to look totally messy because really your photo is going to cover up most of it anyway. I just like to do a little more around the corners to make it give it a little more dimension. And of course you don't want to glue down everything until you have your pictures in here. If you decide that you want to glue things down, maybe just put a little dab of glue in places until you get your photos on, so you don't cover up anything that you really need to see in your photo. So you can see once your stencil's done and your die cuts are punched out, this really is a pretty simple kit to put together. Fun summary kit. This paper line is called Beachy Keen, and it is brand new on our website. We have not had, until right this week, we have not introduced this anywhere. So if you want, and we only have a limited supply, this was a limited run. So if you want the Beachy Keen paper line, you can find it on our website. It is in under paper packs, I believe. But don't forget to check our sale site or sale category, because there are a ton of things we put in there just for you this weekend that you can save on. We cleared out a bunch of stuff. There's a few things that are going to be discontinued, but you just get a crazy good deal on those. So with this side, you can put maybe one big photo kind of tucked in here. You can do a few smaller photos. You can do these size photos tucked in behind here too. We just left it open so that you could do whatever works for you. Oh, I got ink on those. So you can do smaller photos, one big photo, 2 4x6s, totally up to you. And these you can rearrange however over here as well. Depends on the photos that you have. I hope you have some fun beach photos, or even just any summer photos would do fine with this. So if you don't live near a beach, you can always use just summer photos, lake photos. This works for lots of different ones. So just go ahead and layer this up, get your photos in there. And you are all set. Don't forget to check out our sale category. Lots of sale stuff this weekend. Check out our online events, because the 3-day event is amazing. We're over 75% sold on that one. It's not till November, but you get tons of stuff in that one. Very fun event. Check that out. If you still want one of these kits, we have a few on the shelf. Yeah, thanks for joining us, and we will for sure see you next time. Have a good weekend.